Alrighty then.
Hey, Jackson.
Hey, Colton.
Guess what time it is?
It's time for the intro.
It is.
It's the Odd Drunk Podcast, a very strange podcast, the drunkest show in the world. It's Jackson and Colton talking out of their ass. We don't care as long as drinks are poured. Sometimes we have our friends here. We will talk about anything. We don't care as long as we have beer. And if you let that whiskey ring. The Odd Drunk Podcast.
Welcome back to the Odd Drunk Podcast. It's our 100th episode.
Yeah.
Special. Woo! 100 episodes. I can't believe we made it here. We've committed to something.
It's
100 episodes.
That's a lot of episodes.
That's a lot of episodes. It's
know?
more than Breaking Bad. It's
Yeah.
more than Better Call Saul.
You know, statistically, if you judge a show of any sort of form of entertainment based off of how many episodes they've done,
Yeah.
we're better
Because
Breaking Bad.
that worked out for Walking Dead, didn't it?
Yeah.
More
Yeah,
episodes.
that's exactly why it worked.
Did it work out for Supernatural?
Yes.
I heard it kind of teeters off after season 5.
More like season 4, but
Well, hopefully we don't teeter off after season 4. But yeah, we're on our 100th episode, and we're gonna have a good time tonight.
Yeah.
So we got some good plans for you. We're gonna run through and talk about and discuss, reminisce over our top 10 downloaded episodes, because you, the fans, decided that those are the top 10.
yeah.
And
Some of them were episodes I did not expect.
some are ones I didn't expect. Some make sense, but I'm like, oh, wow, that surprises me. And then others, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
But, you, the listeners, we wouldn't be here without you. We wouldn't keep doing this if we didn't see, growth. Or we probably would, but it's nice to see it. And it's nice that we even have a top 10 episodes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like why do we I don't know, it's just nice. So yeah, we're gonna talk about those, reminisce a bit, but we don't want to bore you. So this episode's gonna be really special. After we're done talking about all that, you're gonna be hearing a fun compilation of our greatest hits and misses
Yeah, some of our
of the Odd Drunk Pod.
some of our favorite moments from the podcast.
Yeah, hand-selected.
for better or worse.
Handpicked. Maybe not cherry picked, I would say. We try to pick the good ones.
Try to.
But there's some good cringe in there, I bet. Well, any of them could be. But yeah, we're going to talk and celebrate about our 100th episode.
Oh, yeah.
100 weeks of doing this.
Too
total.
many weeks. But we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
No plans to stop yet.
Until the sun doesn't shine.
And considering, I know there's a lot of other podcasts out there who are a lot more popular than ours and have more episodes, but considering that this whole thing started because we were bored during lockdown with COVID and wanted an excuse to drink together.
Yeah, and we persisted.
And
this is one of the only things either of us have committed to fully.
I've not committed to a band
This
longer
hard.
than harder than this podcast.
Which is kind of sad. Well, it's a lot harder to get a band together.
Yeah.
Which that's a different discussion outside of the
Yeah, we'll
podcast.
talk about that
But the only other thing I committed to this much is my girlfriend, because if I don't say that,
yeah.
trouble is gonna brew. And
Yeah.
but and also college, even though we took a couple years off.
We both dropped out for a couple years.
But think about that.
We did end up finishing.
If we didn't drop out for that brief moment, I would say it was 2 years. It was a long 2 years, but this podcast probably wouldn't exist.
Yeah. No,
So, everything happens for a reason.
We started the podcast before we both went back.
Yeah, and we went back shortly after, though, because we started in the summer before.
We were both planning
summer
on going
2020
back before we started the podcast.
No,
but
yeah, we already
nonetheless,
had plans.
We were still technically dropouts when we started.
But yeah, we've said this, I guess, 100 times by now, maybe. But, we started podcast during, COVID pandemic, because couldn't go to bars. We didn't hang out that much at all because of it.
Yeah.
Because we weren't living in the same place together anymore and couldn't go to bars because that's our main hangout. So, yeah, we started recording this podcast. And, well, it's funny, and I don't want to stay too long on this, but we've always had crazy or, just interesting, or maybe not always interesting, but we've always had fun conversations.
Yeah.
At least when we're drinking together or otherwise.
Well, part of
the
the inspiration for the podcast was our good friend Dave Avatar.
Yes.
Would always
who's in Thailand.
He's currently
right now.
Yeah, he's out traveling the world right now.
So shout out to Dave. He knows who he is.
And he would hang out with us when we were drinking sometimes. And he would always be like, guys, you need to record.
He's a big part of that. Yeah. He always told us, oh, you should record this. And then eventually you were like, you know what? Let's record it. We have equipment. Well, at the time we really didn't.
Yeah.
But we do now. But those beginnings, because to make the compilation you'll be hearing later, we had to listen to a lot of episodes. And I listened to some early ones, and I'm like, wow, we really put you through some
jump in
bullshit.
quality between episode 1 and this episode is
it's
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
it's
started out
insurmountable.
recording with just a regular vocal mic.
A vocal mic plugged into a laptop.
Yeah, plugged
literally
through an aux adapter into a laptop, and that was it.
We did not care.
Yeah.
We just wanted it. We wanted to do it.
Which, if any of you listening want to start a podcast and that's what you have, do that.
You can start from anything.
Record with your phone, even if you
have
to. That's the cool thing about podcasting is,
exactly.
Nice equipment is nice, but
you can start anywhere. And if you have something to say, if you just want to have fun, I would recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's an excuse to hang out, to talk. Depending on what kind of podcast you're doing. Now, if you're doing a true crime podcast, well, I wish luck to you because there's like a million of those.
Yeah.
But and we've never done a true crime episode, actually.
We haven't.
Which
maybe we
I don't know if
should.
I regret it or I'm, we're fortunate for not doing so.
Well, we still tried.
Oh yeah, we
could
still
get one done.
Yeah.
We've talked about doing an episode on serial killers, which we haven't gotten around to. Partly because me and Jackson don't really know a whole lot about serial killers.
Well, we don't know a whole lot, but we also, it's the kind of thing I don't like talking about or glorifying. I don't know. That's why true crime podcasts always throw me off because in a way, you're getting the information out there and the details of the case, and that's important.
And I get why people find it interesting.
You're also, maybe incidentally glorifying a serial killer.
Yeah.
And that's why all these movies and documentaries on Netflix, they can be interesting, but, I'm like, at a certain point, maybe you should just stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Because, Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
He's getting another movie. I think with, who's in it? Because my friend, and then they're doing another one. That's all I know.
I thought My Friend Dahmer was just an okay movie.
Well, and it's before he starts killing. It's just like when he's a high schooler and stuff.
But no, not that it shouldn't be talked about ever, but awareness is important. But it
just doesn't vibe right with me. I don't know.
It's a really hard line to walk between just making it between making something that's interesting that's about that and glorifying it. But But anyway, so this episode we're gonna talk about some of the top 10s because you guys, the fans, can we call you fans? We hope that you're fans.
The listeners,
not just people who listen because you got nothing better to do.
Well, I mean, if you got nothing better to do, this is the right podcast for you.
And then we got a lot of fun clips for you.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that bit. And, maybe we'll talk about it after or whatever, or maybe not. But it's going to be fun, I can guarantee.
And let's for the 100th time.
The 100th time?
Let's ask, Jackson, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh, my God. What am I drinking? It's like the only bit we do in this podcast. If you're new, it's the only bit.
It's the only consistency.
Besides, like, you know, failing on outro or awkward outros.
Yeah.
Or sometimes cringy intros or intros that end up being funny, but not because we were trying to be funny. And that's, you know what? That's the funny that I like the most.
Those are the ones that when
it just
I listen
naturally
back to them that make me laugh is the ones where we were not trying to be funny.
Yeah, and I don't want to be like tuning my own horn here, but like there were some episodes where I did actually chuckle. I was like, that was funny, but it was funny because it ended up that way, not because we're actually comedians or anything. No.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, let's look at the top 10 downloaded episodes.
Hold on, you didn't answer.
Oh yeah,
my
what
question.
we're drinking. Oh my God. See, this is a classic Jackson move where I completely forget what Colton told me. And I go on to the next bit of the episode. But no need to fear. So what are we drinking? Well, what do you want to start with? We got a lot of stuff.
We got some special stuff tonight.
We do have special stuff.
Some cool stuff to share with
you.
So because we know sometimes we just are lazy
and just get
just
Coors,
drink like PBR and Coors and stuff. But we try to have.
You hear that, Dad? Coors is the lazy
beer. The lazy beer. Well, we got first. Let's start here. We both have a bottle of this. We have from Russian River Brewing, the Pliny the Elder.
Pliny the Elder,
which is not the holy grail of IPAs and stuff, but it is a very sought after one. It's not impossible to find. A lot of liquor stores have it.
Yeah.
And
I've never had it before. This can be my first time. To be
completely honest, so part of the legend, the reputation that this beer has, came from when the beer first was being released. It was when the craft beer scene was still really small. So, to be honest, there are...
Is it really made from pine trees?
I don't think so. But...
Oh, it's Pliny the Elder.
Yeah,
okay.
Pliny the Elder, like the Roman guy.
The Roman guy, yeah.
But so there's better beers out there that are more readily available.
Oh, don't downplay it.
It's still a solid beer.
It's special. It's the first time it's ever been on this podcast after 100 episodes, or up to 100 episodes. And it's the first time I'm going to have it. And up here it says, respect your elder. Keep cold, drink fresh, do not age. Pliny the Elder is a historical figure. Do not make the beer inside this bottle one.
Yeah. It's a good beer. It's refreshing beer, I think, as far as like pale ales and stuff go.
Ooh, that's a strong beer though.
It's good shit though.
What's the percentage on that bad boy? It tastes strong. It's good though. It goes down. It goes down easy. Well, anyways, I've also got a special beer for us on the show. 8%. Yeah. Well, I've got, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not from Belgium, but it's a Golden Draak Classic, the authentic dark red triple ale.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to try to pronounce it. We'll post a picture or something, but it's from Belgium. And this beer is named in honor of the dragon perched atop the belfry in Ghent, Belgium, a symbol of power and independence.
Nice.
And it is...
I've seen this beer at stores before.
10.5%.
Ooh, that's one of the most alcoholic beers we've had on the show, I think.
Yeah, I thought about getting like Ska Decadent because it's up in the 10%.
Yeah.
But they didn't have it, and I thought it was more special.
I don't see Decadent.
We get
around
Ska all
very
the time.
often, yeah.
I don't.
Just very occasionally. Sometimes 6th Street Liquor has it.
Sometimes, yeah. Star has it sometimes.
Yeah.
And I also got Oktoberfest. We've had it numerous times on the podcast.
Yeah,
it's Ska Brewing's
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
It's a great. I was listening to one of our episodes last night from last year. Where we had Oktoberfest.
The first appearance of?
I don't know if it was the first appearance of Oktoberfest.
And then I got something really special. It's a callback to one of I won't spoil what the episode is, but it's from our most downloaded episode. And I was listening to it because I was like, it's the most downloaded, so there's got to be something about it. And I listened to the part, the drinking segment, and I was like, wow, I remember that being good. And it sounds really good. So I got it again. It is, I'll just say it. It is the Estus Flask mixed drink from Dark Souls. Because Dark Souls lore is our most downloaded episode 52.
Wow.
So almost 50 episodes ago. And then it's so it's supposed to be Sunny D and like fire whiskey. I got Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire because that's what I got in the episode, and that's way better than Fireball. Let's be real. And yeah, you just put a shot of that in your Sunny D, and you're good to go.
That's a pretty good drink.
And honestly, I could use a little bit more Jack Daniel's in there this time because I could not find Sunny D for the life of me. We only have Tampico, but I got the Tampico equivalent. So I think
Tampico's decent.
That's good enough.
It works.
It's fair.
Yeah. We also, last thing here, we also, I think we've had this on the show, but I don't know what episode. We've got some Basil Hayden.
I really don't know if we've had that on the show.
I could have sworn we've had Basil Hayden.
We might have had it outside of the show, but maybe
just
I don't know. We've had a lot of episodes.
Now it's been on the show, and it's just here in case we decide to have some whiskey.
Yeah,
and it's pretty good stuff. I was at work today. People were asking me about whiskeys, what they should buy. And I recommended Basil Hayden to a few of them, and it made me just want some Basil Hayden as well. So I bought some Basil Hayden.
Nice,
because it's a good bourbon.
Well, anyways, that's what we're drinking, and we better not get too drunk because we got a lot of editing to make this happen. But, anyways, I think we should start from 10 and go up to 1.
I think that's.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
So the 10th most downloaded episode, and it was tied for a while. With the 9th one, but that's changed now. Episode 5.
Ooh.
The first quizzes episode, quizzes part 1.
Wow.
And that's the fact that made it in the top 10.
That surprises me.
When you consider the fact that it's a shorter one.
I will say.
Or no, the part 2 is a short one.
Yeah, part 2 is a shorter one.
Yeah.
That was just a really long episode that we had to split into 2
part
parts.
What? I mean, it's just it's a lazy episode. That's all I remember. It was, and Tristan was on it. That was back in the sometimes Tristan 2 era.
Yeah. Tristan was going to be on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he wanted to be on the Prey episode.
A work situation prevented him.
But we'll get him on again. We got Zoom. But yeah, I mean, what I remember from that one, I was glad that it ended up being a 2-parter because I ended up going on a little trip.
Yeah.
Up to Pennsylvania, and I was just that's the main thing I remember about it. I was glad it was 2 parts.
I did not look at this top 10 list before starting recording.
Oh, I look at it every once in a while. See if it changes, and it has changed.
I don't know what the top 10 are, but that one surprises me because. That is just a notoriously that's probably our first proper lazy episode.
Yeah, and not even lazy with a twist.
Yeah, like
we were just taking BuzzFeed quizzes.
A staple of this show is we like to do quizzes. We like BuzzFeed quizzes on the show.
Yeah, we'll throw it into an episode, but the whole episode was
quizzes. Just BuzzFeed quizzes.
Yeah, but yeah, that's top. That's the 10th most downloaded.
I don't remember much about that episode except for there was a music quiz in there.
There was, there was like a Beatles one or something, or that ended up in part 2. I can't remember, but and a Rolling Stones one, I think.
Yeah.
And no, but it's funny you say, oh, you haven't checked the top 10. Well, it's changed. Like in the last couple months, drastically.
Wow.
There's episodes that have been usurped from their position.
I like that though because it means people are going back and listening to the old episodes.
Well, old and also some a couple newer, well, fairly newer.
Yeah.
Our really new episodes haven't quite broken into there yet. But I'm glad that it's older episodes. We get to talk about them. And then number 9, episode 30, disappointing video games. Yeah, tell me about it.
I was listening to an episode 3 episodes before that. No, 2 episodes before that. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was Pet Peeves.
No, Pet Peeves came out way after that. Disappointing video games. That was our first episode with the new setup.
Yeah, I don't remember.
with the completely new setup.
I don't remember. It was the Dinosaurs
season
episode. I was
2.
listening to the Dinosaurs episode. And in that episode at the beginning, because that was a fun episode because we recorded it and then forgot to press record.
Dinosaurs, which isn't in top 10, but it should be.
It's a good episode.
But we recorded the whole thing. Or no, we didn't record the whole thing, but we did the whole episode, and it didn't record, or what was the situation?
What exactly, but we didn't. The recording didn't.
Or it showed, but the sound wasn't there. I think maybe it was something like that, because we look at the computer, while we're recording. This was
when we were still recording on
the 8-track. Oh my God.
Yes.
Well, we had to record the whole thing over again, so we were already properly drunk.
Yeah. because
by the time we
Dinosaurs
recorded
episode was one of our last episodes recording not in the studio room.
Yeah, it was.
And
it was the last of that era.
And then, the disappointing video games
that was
the
just
first
in your
one
living
with
room.
The new setup.
Yeah, and also...
but what I found, the Dinosaur episode, it started out with us saying we were going, it's a long week. It's been a long week waiting to play Cyberpunk. And we were just talking about how excited we are to play Cyberpunk.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
2 episodes later, disappointing video games.
Well, disappointing video games came out after our break, after New Year's. It came out in February of 21. And a really cool thing I remember about it, and this is a shout out to another podcast, actually, because they shouted us out back then. I'm still in communications with them. But This Week in Metropolis, a British podcast, and they do some cool stuff. They talk about pop culture and stuff like that. And video game. They'll do video game reviews. They'll talk about shows.
Good podcast.
It is, and they do Zoom a lot. And I'm like, for the longest time, we haven't done Zoom, but we did our first Zoom episode not too long ago, and it works. Yeah. It's not as fun, but it works.
But it sounds pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good enough. And I got a better mic to do that now.
Yeah.
So disappointing video games. Yeah, Cyberpunk. We talked about that a lot.
It was mainly an excuse.
And I ranted about the Avengers game.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Anyways, that was okay. And then next, episode 60. It's Always Sunny at the Odd Drunk Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And that one... I wouldn't say it's a bad episode or even really lazy, but it's just such a self-fulfilling episode. We just talked about Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
There are certain episodes where I wouldn't call
it was
them
one
lazy,
we had fun with,
but they're just episodes that it's just something we want.
We didn't have to do any research. I watched some episodes of Always Sunny. Wow, that's hard research.
Yeah,
but and that's the number 8 most popular episode.
Nice.
And we talked about our favorite episodes.
Yeah, we gotta pull out. It's been.
We'll have to do an Office one or
he's
something.
been hidden in the closet.
Danny DeVito. Yeah, I got to get him back.
Yeah, your cardboard. Yeah, we're currently in Jackson's studio here. We there's 2 locations we record
my
at.
room.
Yeah,
I do have sound panels though.
Yeah, well, there's two different places we record at.
Yeah,
and the Danny DeVito's at the other one.
Yeah.
Right now. I should have brought him over.
I know, just for old time's sake, but he's left in the closet where he deserves to be. No, he'll hide in the couch and pop out. And then next, and this is actually one of my favorites. I actually didn't go back to listen to this one, which I regret. It was still during the bad quality era.
Yeah.
However, we did put a lot of work into it. Episode 8, Lovecraft and Friends.
Oh, that was a fun one.
And that one, it was still the old setup, definitely. But I do remember it's one of the ones we put spooky music in the background. Or did we in that one?
I don't recall if we did.
We did in the Lighthouse, which came out after that or before that.
Before that, yeah.
But I did. I read a lot of Lovecraft. I listened to a lot of shout out to the Exploring series for helping me with that, because he's done a video on every Lovecraft monster and Elder God and everything.
I would love to visit Lovecraft again in the podcast.
No, definitely, and that will happen. That's inevitable. I mean, we gotta go back to that because we did a very just kind of just a big summary. I talked about the different I talked about the different Elder Gods.
We just talked about Lovecraft lore, but there's also
but we didn't talk about any particular book or any story in particular.
Yeah,
really.
There's that. And there's also the aspect of Lovecraftian horror. and
Yes,
Lovecraftian
just that
themes
kind of
that
stuff.
aren't specifically Lovecraft, that
Bloodborne.
would be a whole nother.
BioShock is a little Lovecraftian. Actually.
Yeah, well,
But,
Lovecraftian style
it bleeds into a lot of
horrors
stuff.
all over the
The
place.
Thing, that's
Yeah.
Lovecraft. But yeah, that was our first, I believe, our first spoopy episode.
Yeah,
I think, and that's a big part of the podcast. We do a lot of stuff like that.
we love spoopy episodes.
Yeah, I mean, we have Spooktober, and that's going to be coming up.
Yeah,
And
Spooktober's going to be fun this year. It is only going to be 4 weeks this
I
year.
know it's going to be a little
Which is
shorter.
a
Maybe we'll
shame.
figure something out, you
Yeah.
know, but bolster it. Maybe do an extra episode. Maybe if you're nice
Maybe.
to us.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a commentary, by the way, if it's going to be
Yeah.
an extra one. I'm just going to put that out there.
We have fun with commentaries.
Yeah, and we got plenty. We got Spider-Man. We got 2 of the Twilight movies. We got the whole Back to the Future series.
Yeah.
Freddy vs. Jason, Die Hard, and
Halloween and
Halloween
Kills.
Halloween Kills review.
We did a
not
just
commentary.
review on that, yeah.
But the new Halloween 2018, that's commentary.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the Lovecraft episode. I had so much fun with that. And that was when we were at a point, like, we were still super early. But we were at a point where we could experiment, and we didn't quite have, like, the hang of it yet.
We hadn't settled into a routine yet.
We were getting into more interesting topics
Yeah.
by that time.
It's
so I
this
enjoy that.
weird thing where we hadn't settled into a routine yet, but that was almost a good thing. I think not that routine is always bad, but we try to mix things up.
Yeah.
And sometimes we do fall into routine, and we try not to.
Yeah, we try not to. And then the next one, actually, coincidentally, is the episode that came out before Lovecraft and Friends, The Lighthouse, episode 7. Barely beats out Lovecraft and Friends in terms of downloads. And I wish I could see actual plays. We only see downloads, so that's all we get.
Yeah.
But yeah, The Lighthouse, I mean, we love that movie. It's creepy, it's weird. And I thought it was a pretty good episode. And I'm pretty sure we have a clip from The Lighthouse that's going to show up later.
I recall recording that episode. I was in the process of moving.
You were
and
literally
we
in an empty
recorded it,
room.
Yeah, with the recorder set up on a milk crate.
Yeah.
An upside down milk crate, and us on 2 fold-out chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was was it a stormy night? I know we put in the stormy effects and everything.
I don't think it was a stormy.
But we
night,
put in
yeah.
background effects with the crows, and we did the hark at the beginning. You did the speech.
Foghorn we had in the background.
The foghorn.
Yeah.
And so, and we don't do it as much now. You know, we do it every once in a while, like putting background noises in. But one of the reasons we did that a lot back then, if you're an old listener, is that it helped hide the bad audio quality. Also, it's just fun, especially for a spooky episode like that. You know,
We have to do this right now. You know, we haven't done it in a while.
Do you have the
grab
speech?
your drink.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Should pale death with treble dread make the ocean caves our bed, God who'd hearse the sturges roll, deign to save our suppliant soul. There we go.
Hark.
Hark. Lot of
Yeah,
reverb.
and I went back to that episode just for the hark.
Yeah.
And I will say though, I'm not going to just brag about it or, you know, talk about the good things. That episode was one of the movie reviews where we watched the movie, but we didn't really research the movie.
No.
Or we didn't take notes on it, you know? Like, there was stuff we got wrong, just plain wrong. I mean, you know, when we tried to talk about the facts of the movie, there was stuff we got right, stuff we got wrong.
Yeah.
But I think it was a good first step into doing a quality movie review, because Hellboy...
Because we were excited about the
We
movie.
were
It was a
excited.
good movie.
Because Hellboy was just me getting drunk and pissed
I went back
off.
and listened to that the other day. The Hellboy episode.
And it didn't make it. It was in the top 10 for a little while,
yeah.
but it got booted out, and I'm glad. Because I hated it. And then next, we're jumping around time periods too. So we were in early phase, later phase. Now we're back to the later phase again. Episode 62. And this one really surprises me because I don't think it's as good as its original.
Yeah.
It's a sequel episode. It's a series. And we're going to do more of this probably for Spooktober again. But it's a SCP episode. but this one's with a Halloween twist.
Was it the Spook Creep Pester
yeah, episode
Yeah.
62, Spook Creep Pester, SCP. And so 10, 9, 8, 7, it's 6. It's the 5th downloaded episode.
Wow.
And
we should do another SCP episode.
Oh, definitely.
They're a lot of fun.
They're a lot of fun, and it's like almost, I mean, it's plenty of content. People are still making more. There's over 6,000 SCPs now.
Yeah.
So, and I just remember that one. I think it was a good episode, but it was a lot of us reading through the articles and, mispronouncing things.
Yeah.
But I do remember having a fun time, and we got into some fun Halloween stuff.
I do recall that the first SCP episode we
did a little more prep for the first one.
We did some more prep, but we also covered a lot of the expected ones.
No, yeah, this was the first one where we're like,
This
okay.
one was a lot more like just
This one was
well-known ones that we covered.
lesser well known, but also Halloween focused.
Yeah.
All the
And it was fun. It was
kind of Halloweeny SCPs, like
yeah.
whether it's a ghost train or like I remember one of them, and I still don't really understand how it works, but it was like a Spirit Halloween situation.
Oh yeah.
Where you
It was like a Spirit Halloween where if you go in and buy a costume, they'll try to offer to like trade for it or something like that. And then like you become the costume.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing.
Like that. I don't remember exactly.
Well, yeah, but yeah, that was a fun time. That was the last Spooktober. Get ready for the next Spooktober.
Spooktober is going to be good.
Oh yeah. Next, this is the most historical episode, the most significant episode, in my opinion. Not because it's good, or anything like that, but it's the first episode, and it's still in the top 10. Dad Rock. Yep.
Nice.
It's our very first episode. It's the 4th most downloaded episode. And yeah, because it's been out the longest, but it got a big surge for some reason. That one had Dave Avatar on it.
Yeah.
And Tristan is in it a little bit. But that was our first episode. The worst quality. Even maybe worse than the other ones that came after, because at least those, we were like, yeah, we're doing one mic, but we know where to sit.
Yeah.
This is the first one, and we were just having a big conversation for 3 hours. And also, I don't know if you noticed, but we've strayed away from going, way too long like that.
Yeah, we make a concerted effort to not have episodes.
Because at a certain point, what the fuck? I mean, you're going to be listening to that. No, I don't want to listen. I don't want to talk that long. But yeah, the first Dad Rock, and we do have Dad Rock 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Fantastic episode.
Which does have a good amount of downloads, but did not crack top 10.
Yeah.
It's still working on it. But my actual dad joins in on that one, and there's probably a clip of that because he requested that I put a clip where he brags about Coors Banquet.
Yeah. Also, if you go into our Apple podcast, the reviews that our people left, somewhere in there, my dad left a review. And here's my challenge for all you listening is to go and try to guess which one it is. And
it's Dad Rock.
Message us on Instagram or Facebook and let us know.
Well, that just means we got to do Dad Rock 3 with your dad.
Yeah. He probably doesn't want to be on the show.
Well, he's going to be on it because it just has to happen now. You don't say, oh, that's not what Dad Rock is. And then leave.
I will say. So, in Dad Rock 2, we argued about...
And my dad got drunk.
Oh, yeah. We argued about Van Halen. Sammy Hagar.
Or David Lee Roth.
And me and your dad...
You said Sammy Hagar.
My dad, on record, agrees with you, Jackson.
Because the best Van Halen came out during the David Lee Roth era.
So I want to throw that out there on record. My dad told me he agrees with
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I know he was a douche... But that's when the best Van Halen came out, and it's settled. All right, so Dad Rock. And then here's another early one. And this one has been... It actually was below Dad Rock. It was below some of these other ones, but it had a big surge recently. Well, not recently, but like half a year ago. Episode 3, Wholesome People. Wholesome People. I'm getting... And... That, as far as audio quality, it's the same. but it's one of our more quality episodes. We did good research, and we talked about wholesome people. We talked about Bill Nye. We talked about
Mr.
Rogers a lot.
And
that was a
Steve
big part.
Irwin.
And Steve Irwin a little
I
bit.
think we talked about Bob Ross too.
And Bob Ross. And we did back then promise to do a Bob Ross painting on video. So and we're at episode 100 and we haven't done it yet. So,
damn it, Jackson.
Maybe it will happen.
You reminded them that we said we were going to do that. Now we have to do it.
Well, it's the third most downloaded episode, so people know about it.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to do that.
Yeah, we got to commit to it now. But 97 episodes later. But yeah, that was one of our early ones, and I really enjoyed doing it. I watched the Mr. Rogers movie with Tom Hanks before it, kind of as prep, and I did a lot more research. And I wasn't in school.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of episodes where I wish we would have gave it a little bit more, or, but we were in school.
Busy.
Like, we were doing actual research for our majors, for our classes.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
there were a few kind of periods in the podcast
where we just had to get a little lazy.
Because,
but because we still wanted to
we
come
had
out.
our undergrad thesis
Yeah,
fight,
which
that's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's a fuck ton of work, and I gotta do that instead of trying to do research for a podcast.
Yeah,
where I drink. Even though I love doing the podcast, but sometimes you gotta make sacrifices. But yeah, episode 3, wholesome people. Maybe that deserves a sequel. We'll talk about more wholesome people.
I would love to do a sequel
because and I believe, I'm pretty damn sure that's our only episode that we could list as non-explicit. We did not cuss in respect to Mr. Rogers.
We tried very hard.
I think maybe you said damn or something, but we did not drop any F-bombs. Like, we stayed clean, even considering we were drinking. So that's pretty historical.
Yeah,
and then the next one, and this one's a pretty big deal, in my opinion, because we talked about something that was gaining a lot of traction in the internet, but it wasn't like super obvious. Like, I wasn't sure if it was going to do that good.
Yeah.
But we put our fun twist on it. All Tomorrows, episode 56.
That was a fun episode.
It was a lot of fun because I remember, and I think we might have a clip from it coming up, but I remember I was like, dude, there's already a really good YouTube video on it. Alt Shift, whatever. There's a good YouTube video on it that summarizes it, and also the book itself. And I was like, we're not going to do a summary of this
because they already did a far better job than
and I'm not going to try to put that much effort into something when it already exists.
Yeah.
But why not put our fun spin on it? And much like the mascot thing, we saw. Okay, let me explain what All Tomorrows is. You have to listen to our episode, but just real quick,
all of these episodes, go listen to them if you haven't.
They're good.
Already.
Honestly, these top 10 is a really good range of what we cover. But All Tomorrows, it's basically speculative evolution novel about, what if these weird aliens took us and turned us into all kinds of crazy things.
Yeah.
And we talked about which human subspecies we could beat up.
Yeah.
And when I mean
so we did
the Odd Drunk podcast versus them. And the way we did it, it's like, it's bare fist, or if they have a weapon, we also get a weapon.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember there was like, we would curb stop them or throw rocks at them. And then there was other ones like, they would just atomize us.
Yeah.
So, but that was a lot of fun. And
I like that trope. We've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
Of a tier list where we rank it based off of how well we would do in a fight against it.
Yeah. And what was cool about that one, we did the tier list thing, on who we could fight. But, when we got to each species, we talked about, like, its information real quick.
Yeah.
So it was a good mix of fun and a good little quick, short summary for people that never heard of All Tomorrows. And I hope you, and with any episode, really, I hope you at least have fun with it or learn something from it. But most of it will have fun with it. I don't expect you to learn something from everything we say. But I have had people come up to me or tell me, oh wow, like you guys use big words, or you? And I'm like, oh, sometimes, but
I don't mean to brag,
not every
but
episode.
we do both have bachelor's degrees.
We do, which isn't a big deal, but it's a big deal. I like it. And then I already spoiled it, but our most downloaded episode, and after listening to a lot of it again, I believe it deserves it, but I'm surprised it's there.
Yeah.
Episode 52, Dark Souls lore.
That's I think a pretty good episode.
Which that one I did a lot of work on.
Yeah.
I did a lot of research, and I already knew a lot about Dark Souls anyways because I beat the game so many times.
Episode you led the episode and I asked questions.
But you did a really good job of hosting as well, because you asked me trivia questions, and when I often got into long monologues about the story, you would throw in a fun little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always have fun talking about Dark Souls or anything like that.
We should do a follow-up at some point.
There's so many possibilities. I could do Bloodborne lore. I could do more Dark Souls lore, because we only did like the prehistory kind of stuff up to the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
I could do never Dark Souls 2 lore. Why would I bother with that? I could also do Elden Ring lore, which I'm really a little scared of, because I only just beat the game.
It's
I need to play a couple more. I need to do a couple more new game pluses before I start trying to talk about that. But definitely expect more kind of stuff like that, lore episodes. Not just because we think, oh, maybe they'll get good downloads, but because we enjoy it. And I think that kind of sums up these top 10 download episodes. Think about it. Out of all these episodes, maybe except for quizzes, which I don't know. Well, we had fun with that one too.
It was fun.
We had fun.
It was a lazy episode, the laziest one on the list. But
think about it. With every single one of these episodes, we had fun.
Yeah. Generally,
and I think that helps.
Generally, the worst episodes
if we is something that we don't really care about, or
where maybe we came up with the idea, but we just
weren't that interested in it, or
either it was really lazy, or when the day came to record it, we just weren't
into it.
To be totally honest, now that it's passed, our Shark Week episode was terrible. I don't think it was terrible,
Colton.
It was pretty bad.
I don't think it was terrible. I listened to it, actually.
I think it was pretty bad.
What I think was good about... Well, here's the thing about it. Here's what I thought was good about it, and I'll talk about what I thought was bad. And then we're going to move on to our compilation pretty soon. Yeah. But Shark Week is the recent one. I think it's like 96 or 97. But here's the good things. We actually did talk about like good facts and whatever. We did a Nat Geo quiz, that's always good.
Always love those. Yeah.
We did that in the Dinosaurs one. And we got to talk about sharks, and we had a lot of good Megalodon bits, and trashing on the Jaws sequels and all that.
Yeah.
Here's the main thing that hurt that episode, though. We were both tired and didn't really want to do it, but we had to do it.
That's exactly why I think it wasn't
that's
one
what,
of the better ones.
That's what hurts any episode. If we don't...
And
that's why we got to take breaks.
There is an exception where it's actually kind of entertaining.
If we don't want to be there?
Like the Dinosaurs episode.
Because we had to record it a second time.
We were just very annoyed that we had to record it a second time.
But at the same time, we were already drunk, though.
Yeah, well, that's exactly
that
why.
Helped.
If you listen to it, it's us going, like, we're clearly already several drinks in, going, here we go. Like...
Oh, yeah, I said that before in the last time, before we actually recorded it.
Yeah.
I re-listened to it a little bit, and we said that a lot. It's like, oh, yeah, I said that last time, but just to repeat, Stegosaurus is pretty cool. That kind of thing.
Stegosaurus is
But no,
cool,
I think just to sum it up, it's awesome. We're at 100 episodes that we've committed this far. We've had a lot of fun guests on the show. We're going to have more guests. Don't worry about it. And a lot of fun times. And I will say, even during school, when I was like, damn it, I shouldn't be doing this. I should not be recording with you.
Yeah,
it helped me. It actually, dude, like it literally helped my stress. It helped my mental health, dude.
Yeah.
Even when I was like, damn it, I should not record this because I have a final or I have an essay I should be working on. But at the same time, it got me through it.
Yeah.
Same,
because it's
this
nice.
Weird kind of balance. Like I was like, damn it, I shouldn't be doing this, but at the same time, I'm glad.
It's this. Yeah,
I'm glad
I balance of sometimes it feels like work, because we
only
have to get an episode out every week, but we still enjoy doing it.
It only ever feels like. Well, I wish it felt like work. I mean, we're getting paid.
Yeah.
And that's why I haven't started Patreon, because I don't want to start a Patreon until like there's a real reason to do so. And I'm doing fine.
But in general, though, it's like sometimes it's like, oh, we got to get the podcast done this week. And it feels like it's a lot of work on top of what we're already doing. But once we actually sit down to do it, typically we have a good time.
It's almost like for that moment while we're recording the podcast, everything else, I don't have to worry about it.
I might
for
be
that time
busy and stressed out of my mind with my research.
But just sitting down and talking about
this is like mandated hang out and have a few beers.
Yeah, like sitting down, having a few beers, having some drinks, and talking nonsense during a stressful time. It was a relief, and even though it may have caused me some stress afterwards.
But here's the thing, say if we're super busy. Or if I'm super busy and I procrastinate and go out and have a beer with you, while I'm out having a beer with you, I feel like, oh, I should be at home working. But we go to the podcast, I'm able to, in my mind, go, well,
at least we're doing the podcast.
Yeah, we're still being productive. We're getting something done.
We're getting something done, and maybe entertaining some people, making some people laugh, and that's what. Even if you don't leave a review, just knowing that you downloaded or you listened maybe is pretty cool. Yeah. But I would love to see more reviews on Spotify. It's easy. Just leave 5 stars. Apple Podcasts, you can do stars or actually write in a review. I'd love to see a written one again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
it is a lot of work to get the show done, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah,
if you leave reviews.
We're in an easier period in life, but it's also a transitional period in life. So things may change, but I can say that the podcast will remain unless something horrible happens to us.
Yeah, I want to, before we move on to the compilation, I had this idea.
Yeah, what do you got?
I want to throw a shout out to some of our listeners across the world here. Obviously, most of our audience is in the United States. However, we did have a
moment. We had a moment where Germany actually beat out a lot of the states.
Yeah, so currently I want to throw out as a kind of a timestamp of this is who's listening at when episode.
Yeah, you don't have to say
out.
The numbers.
United States, Germany again is still coming out
in strong.
Force.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. United Kingdom.
UK.
You guys have always been at the top
Chris
of the
McMahon,
list.
or however you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
He listens to us.
Australia has also
they're usually
been pretty consistent with us. And currently,
I like to imagine it's just James and Mason listening to us in Australia. Or maybe the chats.
Currently, over the last week, just one person. So, is it James or Mason?
But we don't have to go too deep in that.
Yeah, but those have been our really consistent listeners. And we want to say, we see you, we appreciate you.
Well, I remember we've had a bunch of downloads, like in Morocco one time. We had downloads in Brazil.
Currently, we have a download from United Arab Emirates.
We've had downloads there, yeah. So thank you to everyone across the globe. And that's just crazy that people across the globe, some people are listening to our nonsense and downloading it.
You guys sit down and listen to enough of one of our episodes to be considered a download or whatever it is.
I hope this is what you think all Americans are like. Which, yeah.
It actually wouldn't be too bad.
It wouldn't be too bad. It'd be better than what a lot of people think, I would say.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot worse.
There's a lot worse
out there as far as America.
What about as far as states go?
Yeah, let's take a look at
look at our big numbers, maybe.
Yeah. So Colorado,
obviously.
Being number
well,
one.
not obviously. I don't know why. Why Colorado?
Yeah.
That's weird. Bunch
California,
of stoners.
Arizona, Illinois, and Ohio are the most recent.
But I've seen downloads in almost every state.
For a bit there, we had a lot of listeners from New Jersey.
Even had some. Yeah, New Jersey came in strong.
Yeah.
Come back, New Jersey. But yeah, it's just really cool to see, and that people are actually acknowledging this, and it's cool.
I just want to say,
and I really like the Pliny the Elder, by the way.
Oh yeah, this is it's a good beer.
Before we move on to our next segment, or to the compilation, I gotta drink some of this Golden Drac.
Oh yeah,
and you gotta have some too.
Definitely.
I know. I got a big head. I got a giant head. It was a quick pour. Not thinking about it.
That's why you need extra large hats.
That's good, Colton.
It's also true. We both actually have pretty large
We
heads.
do both have large heads. We probably talked about it before. But anyways, so I don't know exactly what the order of this compilation is going to be, but it's going to be moments throughout our entire history of the podcast. Some shorter bits, intros, funny outros, and some longer running bits. But it's going to be a good mix, and hopefully if you're new, you'll be like, oh, I want to go back and listen to those episodes. Or maybe you'll be like, oh, that's stupid. But if you're an old listener and you haven't maybe listened to everything, because I don't expect that of anybody, maybe you'll be like, oh, I should check that episode out.
Yeah.
But are we going to tell you what each clip is? Here's the thing. Because I don't know how much we want to put in. But here's the thing. If you've been listening to this, you should know what those clips come from. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
but
these are just they're knocking me in a
here's
particular
what we'll
order.
do. Here's what we'll do to make it easier on us, but also cater to the listener.
Yeah,
we will put a list of the episodes used.
Yeah,
in the description. Easy.
You will have to mix and match.
Yeah, mix and match, and you'll have to figure it out. But
It'll be a game.
we'll at least do that.
How about this? If anyone listening can send us back a list of they've matched every audio clip to each episode, then we will give you a shout out.
If we had a fan that dedicated, I would be jumping for joy right now.
We'll personally mail you a thank you card.
I'll mail you anything.
Well, not anything.
Anything, Colton.
I'm broke, dude. I can't mail.
Well, I didn't say it would be expensive. Could be anthrax. No,
don't.
No. I'm not joking. I mean, I am joking. That's kind of a callback. I did this episode. We did this episode where I read a weird letter, and I didn't know it could be poison or not. But anyways, we're gonna move on to the compilation. That's enough of this. Hope you. Oh, also one last thing to mention. We are going to be taking a little bit of a break after this episode until... So this episode comes out, I guess, tomorrow. It's a little later, by the way.
Yeah, this episode's coming out late.
Either way, we're going to start the first week of September back at it, full throttle.
Couple weeks of a break.
Take a couple week break because, we made 100. I think we deserve it.
Little vacation there.
And also we don't want to get burnt out, and it's going to help the show for the better. So,
yeah.
Anyways, let's do that compilation. Let's roll into it, right into it, down and dirty. Here's the first bit. And I don't know what that first bit's going to be.
PBRs are actually not as bad as I thought.
Just kick James Bond in the balls, honestly. That will knock the sins into him.
and welcome to the Odd Drunk Podcast.
Yeah, welcome back to the Odd Drunk Pod. Caught in the rain. If you like yoga,
if you have a
brain.
If you like making
Making
love
love
at midnight
midnight.
in the dunes of the Cape.
I love that you know the lyrics.
I don't know.
I heard that song has weird
I don't remember who it's
implications.
by, but
Oh, that's shit. We're gonna get. Who cares? Welcome back to the Odd Drunk Podcast, everybody.
welcome back.
This is our first episode of the new year of 2022.
Yes, Happy New Year's.
Yeah, the third season or whatever you want to call it. We only list that
something
on
like that.
We only list that on Apple Podcasts, honestly. And Apple Podcasts is really pissing me off as of late.
Yeah,
Because I've tried repeatedly to change our logo back, and it's still the Spooktober one.
it's still spooked over there.
And if you're a new,
over there on Apple Podcasts,
but if you're a new listener, you have no idea what we're talking about.
yeah,
So that's just our regular logo if you're listening on Apple Podcasts. Because we're purely a horror podcast that only operates within October. In fact, we shouldn't even be recording right now.
Yeah, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Let's all just go home.
Man, that would be easy if we only operated
Once a year?
for one month.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Long ago, in tall gray art trees, far away there were some dragon boys. And those dragons were immortal. They did nothing but sit around until the first of flame appeared. Oh! Then some humanoids found the flame.
What?
I was thinking about that at work.
Good.
I was like thinking of, I don't know. I was thinking of like the episode, and then I started thinking of that song, American Pie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and then Weird Al did
And what if Weird Al were to do a song
Dark Souls
about
parody
Dark Souls?
of it.
Yeah.
I would love to make that happen. But yeah. He looks like a corrupt politician.
He looks like
sorts.
Mitt Romney. That's who he looks like.
He does look like a Mitt Romney type.
No, I mean he looks like Mitt Romney. Like,
I know, Dad. I'm sorry. I'll move out. I'm only 28. Gosh. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, Dad. Gosh.
look at this shit. Here's a picture of Mitt Romney.
Holy shit, he does look like
He
Mitt
looks
Romney.
like Mitt Romney.
He looks like a Mitt Romney costume.
Yeah.
Like, if you were Mitt Romney
like
for
one of
Halloween.
those costumes those masks that a bank robber would wear of like a politician. That's what this guy looks like.
Welcome to the Odd Drunk Podcast. As you may know, I go to bed at about 3 a.m. and wake up at about 6 in the morning. Then I get up, get dressed, and leave my home for work. It's usually in 8 hours before I make it home again, usually after a 16-hour shift. So you can imagine how drunk I got on the way home. And on Saturday night, my normal route home was blocked by a police dog. Not literally, but I was diverted. A little too drunk by a police helicopter, and there were mobile police vans everywhere. It got to the point where I ended up on the set of Scooby-Doo. The thing about the police as a drunk is that you will never forget that you saw them unless they got a big stick, and even then you'll forget. I really did think this could be it. I'll be waiting for the police to come and nick me. I was so far over the limit that I was lucky I didn't end up in court. You could probably have got me off if you made it into a political debate, but I had a lot of difficulty taking in the number of police there. Now, yeah, that's this podcast. That's what happened to me last night.
Yeah, this is the typical Jackson
Typical
work
day in the life.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He shoved a tree in my mouth.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I'm going back down into the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's a classic one. But I want to get to some more fun ones here.
Okay. Yes.
So a good one that I actually just thought about. I have both of these characters on my list. James Bond versus Austin Powers. Now, which version of James Bond are we going to work with?
Yeah, that's going to be the deciding factor.
If it's Daniel Craig, I feel like he would wipe the floor with Austin Powers.
Daniel Craig is easily the toughest James Bond.
Now, Pierce Brosnan, which is kind of what Austin Powers is a parody of.
Yeah.
More.
Pierce Brosnan is definitely a tough James Bond.
But he's still like classic James Bond.
Now, if you were doing like Roger Moore, James...
Or Sean Connery.
Oh, Sean Connery will wipe the floor.
Oh, he would kick his ass.
I think Sean Connery and Daniel Craig are the only two that would wipe the floor. Sean Connery simply because he's Sean Connery.
Yeah.
That's how he rolls. Daniel Craig, because Daniel Craig would take Austin Powers and slam his face into a sink. You know, Daniel Craig would slam Austin Powers' face into a sink and
But here's also the thing: Austin Powers, his judo chop
it just works.
Yeah.
It just takes
That-
out anybody.
That is
Like, that's his trump card. And also, he'll just shoot you.
Yeah. You know, so
Like,
Austin Powers knows what's up.
It'd
He's,
be like-
he's not a chump.
what is he?
He's silly, but he's not.
Yeah, baby. And it'll just shoot you in the face.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
he's an idiot, but he's a killer.
he is. He's not. He's an idiot, but he's not actually an idiot. He's just.
Well,
he's just really silly.
he's super silly.
and oblivious.
But he actually is like a good spy, at least
yeah,
in
they
that
show
movies.
he actually has. They show he actually is kind of smart and does know what he's doing.
Now, I think the reason they would fight, usually it's hard to come up with a reason, but in this case, they'd be fighting over a babe, I think.
Most likely, probably Austin Powers would be the one.
Trying to, like, get James Bond's girl, right?
Yeah. And it would probably be a situation where Austin Powers just pushed it far enough where James Bond was like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm slamming your face into a sink.
Oh, that's the Daniel Craig version.
Yeah.
So Daniel Craig, yeah.
Daniel Craig.
Even if there's not a sink there,
And because I think
he would slam his face
the
into
reason
a
I
sink.
think that Daniel Craig would win, because I mean, Austin Powers, he really isn't a chump. He's shown to do some pretty magnificent stuff that Daniel Craig hasn't done.
True.
But I feel like if it were Daniel Craig, James Bond, the only way that fight would happen at all would be Austin Powers would annoy him so much that Daniel Craig would lash out, and
Yeah.
Austin Powers wouldn't see it coming.
No.
So Daniel Craig would slam his face through a wall and then stab him or something,
Oh my God.
and then hide the body because Austin Powers wouldn't see it coming.
How do you do this?
I don't know, but I got some potato chips here, so that's good. Oh,
You can never go wrong with potato chips, especially when you're recording a podcast, Colton.
no, they're Walmart potato chips too.
That makes it even worse. And now you have all those... I mean, I guess it could be like ASMR to some people. Have you ever heard of mukbang? Have you ever seen mukbang videos?
No.
Well, that's some really weird shit. Mukbang is basic... And hello.
Hi.
This is the Odd Drunk Podcast. We'll get to what we're talking about, but mukbang for a second. Mukbang, so there's these YouTube videos of people and often YouTube influencers, quote unquote, or Instagram influencers.
Yeah.
And yeah, they influence just in the negative direction.
We influence people too.
In the negative direction.
In the negative direction as well.
We're not
not
we're not holier than thou.
We're-
But these people, hey, I would say we're at least have a little more class than these people.
We're a
because
little less annoying.
what mukbang is, and
Hopefully.
all you internet savvy people will know, mukbang is when someone eats a ton of food on camera with high fidelity microphones.
Oh, I've seen those.
Where you can hear all the
Yeah,
you know,
that
all
shit,
that stuff.
That
Like,
shit's nasty.
they'll have like a big lobster and like crack it open in front of the. Like, why would you want to watch that?
That's I don't like watching. I don't like looking.
Why?
I don't like looking people in the face when I'm eating dinner with them in real life.
But let's post a whole video of me just scarfing down and just feeding my face of all kinds of food and really gross foods too. Like, there's this one girl from Japan, I think, she devours these squids, calamari.
Squids. Oh, I do love.
And she
calamari.
does that on video, and it's so disturbing and gross, and it makes me never want to eat anything.
Let's just make a video just like that where we're sitting in front of the camera and very noisily just drink.
Just noisily just chug a six-pack within like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be a new series of videos. It'll be a spin-off of the Odd Drunk Podcast.
And if we're not drunk by the end of the video, something wrong.
Yeah, it'll
something
be
went wrong.
A spin-off of the Odd Drunk Podcast where we just sit in front of a camera and chug a six-pack.
No, but people post, and you can look it up, but people post these weird and nasty videos of themselves eating, and I guess some people obviously have a weird, I don't know if it's a fetish or it just makes them want to eat.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I love food too, but I'm not going to watch someone eat. I don't even watch myself eat.
I like
why?
I like watching.
I like food to eat it.
I like watching like Food Network where they try.
Where they
foods.
make food. Well, they
make
try
foods,
foods and
and
they
they
like
try
cook.
foods,
And,
but
but
they're
no,
not
this they
pigging
just
out.
no,
No.
they literally just pig out. It's not just like
Yeah.
a little simple meal. Like it's like the whole table has stuff on it. And
well, that was a good start.
It's disgusting.
I think I need to drink now.
It's most non-heinous, Ted. I mean, no, it's most heinous, Ted. It's heinous. Speaking of which, so today we are... Oh.
What?
We'll get to that. Okay.
You want some?
No, I have some.
We have some. Let's take a drink. Here we go.
Well, I got to open mine up and everything.
Oh,
mine has the extra packaging.
Fresh bottle. Wonderful.
PBRs are actually not as bad as I thought.
So now,
say to the man,
would you like an egg in this trying time? All right, so the man looks up at you, tears in his eyes. I don't want to die. I have a wife and 2 kids.
He's just repeating the last situation.
And then you say, what do you have to live for? Or does that... I don't know. I think that's what you said.
Yeah. Oh, no, he said... Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Offer... Well, no, it's up to you. What do you think?
I'm going to give him an egg.
Give him an egg. You give him an egg. The man eagerly takes the egg, breaking it into a bowl with his hands. Egg yolk spills out, running down his fingers. What do you call this? And I'm assuming this is you. This is your catchphrase. Breakfast in the morning.
I'm gonna say,
I love it.
Eat the egg. With the man that eats the egg.
The man eats the egg. Thank you, he says, looking up at you. You nod and walk away. Get the fuck out of here. So you force this man to eat an egg, and you tell him to get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so what do you run with that now?
I think we'll stay simple here. Let's just leave the bar.
Mm-hmm. Probably the most reasonable thing you've done.
Yeah, see.
You leave the bar, walking back to your car. So how did it go? It didn't.
What?
It didn't, you say, driving back to the station. So I guess there was someone waiting in your car.
I'm going to say.
Like your deputy or, your another officer. I have some... I have some extra eggs. Would you like an egg? You say that. No, but thanks, the officer replies. You nod and crack the rest of the eggs for the 2 of them. They quickly devour the eggs.
Who does? Who does?
They. Okay. So you murdered a whole bar, fed a man an egg, you left, now you're eating more eggs. So what do you do in that situation? And what kind of mystery are you trying to solve? Force the officer
to eat an egg.
Eat an egg.
Oh, whoops.
Whoops. Sorry, you say, forcing the officer to eat an egg. Thank you, he says. The 2 of you continue to eat the egg.
Do you like the
egg? You like the egg, but you don't want to be a bastard. You're on your way to the station with the officer now eating an egg.
Okay.
Okay, enough of egg talk.
Let's
do it.
Do
it. That was harsh. Welcome to the Odd Drunk Podcast.
Yes.
This is definitely not our second take or anything because someone had their mic facing the wrong way, i.e. me. This is a special episode here. We're going to be doing a little bit of improv for the first time ever.
Yeah, we've never tried this, and admittedly, we're doing this because we've been very busy this week.
finals.
So we didn't have time to really prepare anything.
Okay, we have Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man?
Yeah. You never heard of him?
I'm not super familiar.
He's like the old Pepsi mascot. He's a big internet thing. He's just like a buff guy in a morph suit. I mean, and he's got vague Pepsi abilities.
If it's just a buff guy with vague magic abilities.
I feel like Pepsi Man would kick our ass.
He would
Come
kick
on.
our ass. I mean, the buff guy part would probably kick our ass, but then you give him vague magic Pepsi related abilities.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, he'd kick our ass.
Burger King.
Oh, he
Burger
would.
King.
He would kick our ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
would.
a king.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely, he would kick our ass.
Would he kick our ass more than Ronald Mcdonald would?
Yes,
You think?
I do think so. I think Burger King Man is far more powerful of an entity.
So real quick before we wrap this one up, Colton,
Yeah.
we're gonna find out what dinosaur matches our personalities.
Okay.
So this is a BuzzFeed quiz.
Should I look this up too and do it at the same time?
Yes, of course. So everyone has a dinosaur that matches their personality. What's yours?
Okay.
And we'll put the link into we'll put the link in the descriptions and everything, so don't worry about it. Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm having trouble keeping myself together right now.
Everyone has a dinosaur that matches their personality. Let's go. Which of these colors are you feeling today?
Red, orange, yellow, blue, green, or purple. See, it was different the other day.
Yeah, it was, today I'm feeling
But
red.
today I'm feeling
red today.
I'm feeling blue.
Yeah, see last time I was feeling blue, but today I'm feeling red. Which of these words best describes you? Relaxed, intelligent, friendly, competitive, bold, or loving? How about egotistical for taking this quiz?
I put loving again, and I'm gonna put loving now.
You know, I put relaxed.
I mean, I put loving previously.
I put relaxed last time. I wish there was an option for stressed.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put relaxed again.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Because none of those other ones fit at all.
Intelligent.
Intelligent, friendly, competitive.
Well, we
bold,
are
or
competitive.
loving. Not competitive enough. I try to
What
be
about
relaxed.
bold?
I'm definitely not bold. I put relaxed. I'm trying to be relaxed. I'm actually
Right.
very tense all the time.
So, and COVID obviously makes us different, but let's say just not COVID. On a Friday night, what are you most likely to be doing? Netflix, clubbing, dinner, drinks, reading a book, sleeping, or spa night?
Well, I sleep every night,
Yeah,
but
but on an average night,
on the average night,
I mean a Friday night,
Netflix.
Netflix.
Let's be honest.
Now, even
If there was a sitting quietly at the bar, I would choose
yeah,
that.
because clubbing, no.
no, I
Dinner
don't.
and drinks, yes, but
Yes, but not every week.
not every Friday.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
I
just
go-
get home off of work.
Non-COVID, I go to the bar a lot, but I'm not going to party or a club or dance.
You just want to
I'm-
sit at a bar,
I'm going there to sit at the bar and drink.
maybe play some pool or
be
pinball,
social,
whatever.
Be vaguely social, but not
Vaguely.
not even for the whole night.
Yeah. Okay. If you're confronted with a stressful situation, how do you approach it? Head on to resolve it as quickly as possible? Planning a million possible solutions before acting on one of them? Reaching out to friends and family for advice? Thinking positively and reassuring yourself with encouraging thoughts? Taking time out and giving yourself a break from whatever is making you stress? Or you don't, and you end up taking a nap to escape from your responsibilities?
Definitely the last one.
Yeah, I think
I
we're
was
both
I
that
was
one.
going to say like, where is bottling it up until you're forced to make a decision at the very
But
end.
you
of
don't.
the last minute.
I like you don't. You just take a nap. What genre of music are you usually listening to? Pop, indie, EDM, R&B, rock, classical. You know, sometimes I'm listening to R&B.
I'm more complicated than that.
I know, these are too general.
But
Where's all my
really,
subgenres?
Where's my folk music?
Where's my
Irish drinking music?
Where's my alternative black metal?
Where's my 18th century sea shanties? But rock.
Yeah,
if I
rock.
had to generalize my
Rock is the most general.
if I had to
Genre.
generalize my music
Rock.
taste into a genre, it'd be either rock or folk, and folk's not.
And
an
folks not
option.
on there, yeah.
Yeah, so Which of these things is most important to you?
Love.
Trust, money, loyalty, independence, health. Now, I remember you saying you're a lover, not a fighter.
But I also said money last time. Money is important, but seriously, I like love. Baby. Oh, yeah.
I think last time I said health because I was being very selfish. Like, I just care about
I care about my health.
if I'm going to die or not. I'm going to say trust.
Trust. Yeah, that's good. And lastly, which of these locations feels the most like home? So it's a beach, townhouse in like New York, ranch, just Manhattan, a lakeside house in the forest, or just the tundra without a house. It doesn't have a house, by the way. I just
I just like how there's like the townhouses, which are clearly like downtown New York.
And then you
townhouses, and then like just Manhattan. So it's like either you prefer very specific Manhattan or
Greenwich Village
or general Manhattan.
Well, no, that looks like Greenwich Village to me.
Yeah, true.
Or maybe London.
I'm gonna say the beach for me. Ah, shit.
Again,
I got a stupid dinosaur.
I'm gonna go with what I went with last time, like a cool townhouse. Oh my god, I got the same one somehow.
Did you get Spinosaurus?
I got Spinosaurus.
I got Spinosaurus.
Are you serious?
It's freaking stupid.
Okay. The Spinosaurus is cool. It was my favorite for a while. And I discussed when we recorded previously that the Spinosaurus is the edgy dinosaur. It's like
Okay, here. We'll do this and we'll just do it together. We'll agree on answers.
What? You have another quiz?
Yeah, because that was a stupid answer.
But let me tell you what it says about the Spinosaurus. You've got a competitive and fiery personality that is well suited to the largest carnivorous dinosaur. Whether it's being the top of your food chain or best in your class, you're always looking to gain the edge so you can be crowned the winner. But
Spinosaurus is stupid though.
Anyway, get dominated by T-Rexes.
Yeah, it still's not enough. So here.
But it does like fish, and I like fish.
I do like fish a lot.
Seafood,
So I got another quiz here that I think is more up our alley.
All right.
It's from National Geographic Kids.
Wait, okay, let me pull this up. We'll put this link in too.
It's the What Dinosaur Are You personality quiz.
And it's from
National Geographic Kids.
Okay, give me a second.
I think this is way more up our alley. The first question is, what snack looks the tastiest?
Wait. Let me load it up.
Hold on. I need that. Yeah. You do that. I need a.
This is the real quiz. This is the real decider of what dinosaur we are. I bet it's not going to be the most generic dinosaurs you could think of.
It probably will be, but it's National Geographic Kids. And because you're the most interested in dinosaurs when you're a kid, unless you're a paleontologist, this will be the best.
Wait. Oh, it made me click another link to find it? Wait. No.
It's kids.nationalgeographic.com /games/personality-quizzes/what-dinosaur-.
It says where you fall in the dinosaur food chain, right?
No. Hold on.
How did you find this? Okay, what is it called?
I searched "What Dinosaur Are You" on Google.
Okay, I searched that too.
And it's the first link.
Okay, my link's not working.
Dinosaur personality quiz. National Geographic quiz.
Okay,
Kids.
mine's not working, so we will figure out what we collectively are.
Okay, what we collectively are. Okay.
As a duo, yes.
What snack looks the tastiest?
Well, I don't see them.
Chicken nuggets, celery and peanut butter, cheese pizza, veggie salad, fish sticks, or mini cheeseburgers.
That's the most kids. I like all of those, except
they all sound pretty yummy to me.
Me, it was chicken nuggets when I was a kid, but now.
No, this is now. I'm gonna say mini cheeseburgers.
Yeah, those are pretty good. You can't go wrong.
Mini
with those.
cheeseburgers. Okay, choose a superpower.
What?
This is the right quiz. I swear. I'll put the link for this in the description. Super smell.
I don't think I would want
I
that.
love that that's the first choice on a kid's quiz. Super strength, super sight, super speed, breathing underwater, or built-in body armor.
Built-in body armor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking that as a picture of a guy in like plate armor.
I want that.
Yeah.
Just built in.
How do you prefer to spend your time? Studying?
Ugh.
Yeah, right.
Who prefers to do that?
Hiking, watching TV, swimming, eating, or hanging out with friends?
Ooh, I love hanging out with friends. No.
No.
Bro.
Eating.
Why is video games not on this?
Watching TV is pretty close.
Eating is good.
Eating. You want to do eating or watching TV?
Eating.
Eating. Okay, let's go with eating. Which of these is your favorite animal? The giraffe. The shark. The eagle.
Why is mine not working? I'm annoyed.
The rhinoceros.
The eagle.
The pangolin. Or the dolphin.
Wait, what did you say?
The pangolin.
The pangolin?
Pangolin. Pangolin.
What the?
Are you not aware what a pangolin is? They're
Like an armadillo thing?
Yeah, they're like under armadillos.
Oh, I got
but
my quiz working.
Okay.
Okay. Are you cool with your answers?
I'm cool.
And I'll catch up.
I'm cool with my answers. You catch up real quick.
Ew, veggie salad.
Right?
No kid likes that. I'm gonna go with some.
I'm gonna go with eagle on my favorite animal because rock, eagle, freedom.
I'm going with chicken nuggets, dude.
Chicken
And then
nuggets are pretty
superpower, built-in body armor. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
good. Obviously.
How do you prefer?
You'd be like Luke Cage.
How do you prefer to spend your time? It's either eating or watching TV. Why can't I do both? Eating's good.
Eating.
I'm gonna go with that. But my favorite animal is, it's out of these choices, it's either gonna be the dolphin or the eagle.
I chose the eagle because, what's the It's Always Sunny, Charlie, the rock flag eagle. Yeah, rock flag and eagle.
Eagles are the
So I
coolest.
went with eagle.
They're badass
choose
and
a-
American.
Choose a color: purple, gray, blue, brown, red, green,
Green. I know. Yeah, green.
blue.
Pick a mythical creature. Loch Ness Monster, which is a dinosaur, by the way. That's a plesiosaur.
Yeah.
A dragon. That's a really weird looking dragon. Unicorn. Bigfoot. I love how Bigfoot's
I love
in
these
this.
clip art images they used.
Yeah.
Mermaid.
These are amazing.
I'm gonna go with Bigfoot. You know
what
why?
about the leprechaun?
What, you know why I'm gonna go with Bigfoot?
Why?
Because I believe in Sasquatch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with Loch Ness Monster.
We're gonna throw back. We're gonna throw back to our cryptids episode. There, go check that.
Well,
out.
there was 2 cryptids. No, actually,
If
5 cryptids on there.
If you haven't listened to a cryptids episode, go back and listen
to it. It's better.
It's good.
It's better than this.
What is your ideal vacation spot? Egypt, China,
Mongolia,
Canada,
Oklahoma. That's where I'm from. That's not my vacation spot. Why is that on there? That's so weird. Montana or Canada. Out of these, that's amazing.
Oklahoma.
They don't even have the beach. They don't even have
I also like how it's vague countries.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places in Canada and China you could go.
Well,
vacation.
Canada and Montana are very alike for their the Rocky Mountains and stuff.
Yeah,
They're not very different. One of them's just colder.
I would say.
And one of them has
out of these choices,
more maple syrup.
I would go to Canada because it's like Montana but with less Americans.
I'm gonna have to say Canada too.
So-
honestly, how would your friends describe you? Mysterious, loud. We are both loud. Calm, friendly, energetic, or patient.
Loud.
Yay!
What did you get?
I got the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
What? Do they like Canada or something?
I don't know, but
And
I'm
chicken
okay.
nuggets?
I'm okay with that. We're both T-Rexes.
You're the king of dinosaurs. Oh, I'm so glad I'm a T-Rex and not a Spinosaurus from that stupid BuzzFeed quiz.
This is a way better quiz.
It's a way better
than
quiz.
BuzzFeed. I'm gonna save this link so we can.
You're the king of the dinosaurs.
We can share it with our
Like a certain
listeners.
well-known carnivore, you have no problem commanding attention when you enter a room. But luckily, for your friends and family, you probably don't have T-Rex's banana-sized teeth.
Oh,
And
I'm just remembering like when we were in freshman year at college and in the dining hall, and we were clearly the loudest people in the entire place.
oh yeah, definitely. And we're the loudest people on this podcast because we're the only people on this podcast for now.
Yeah, but if we ever
Anyways,
have more people,
we will definitely still be the
louder.
loudest.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's
it.
Speaking of pedals, speaking of music
Do
recordings,
pedals relate to music?
they do. Well, it depends. What if you're talking about bike pedals? No.
yeah.
But if
there
you're
are
talking about,
some pedals out there that are not music
if
related.
you're talking about
What about
guitar, if you're talking about pedals,
wait. What
that
about,
relates to geography.
What about What about petals of a flower?
That relates to botany. We're not here to do a botany
Yeah.
episode.
Oh, you guys, what do you
that'd be
have?
fun though. We should do a
What do you
botany
have against
episode.
botany,
So we should.
Jackson? Jackson, what do you have
Get
against
high
botany?
and talk about flowers.
That'd be a total like left field
Do you
like
not-
for the audience.
I mean, I figured since you two like IPAs, you would be really into pansies. I mean,
Wow,
They're beautiful flowers. They are.
You're real funny, aren't you?
hey, that's got to be the most.
You're just here taking over our show.
Well, I mean, it's not me taking over the show.
Okay, I have to be aggressive host right now.
Yeah.
Music.
So last night we went for a few beers and we got started on our music conversation.
Yeah, so I have a question for you.
Admittedly, I got a little drunk
You did.
and I had a hard time saving stuff for today.
Full disclosure. Look, can I mention something about last night since I was there? PBRs are actually not as bad as I thought.
Oh wow! I expected you to
It's
just shit on them,
Well, let me finish.
which I would have been like, "That's fair."
Wait. Before you get to that, I have our beer rankings from our New Year's episode.
Yeah, let's see. Where did we rate?
PBR on design, it got a 5, color 2 because it looked like piss. Taste 4.
It tastes like piss also.
Total though, it got a 4.4, which is not good.
No,
but
that's
Coors
actually
Banquet,
pretty low. Yeah.
Coors Banquet, okay. Design 8, color 3, taste 4. Alcohol content 6. Cool factor.
Wait. Hold. Slow your roll for a minute.
4 is like
Wait.
average.
Wait. Taste 4 on Coors Banquet. 4 out of what? 5, right?
Out of 10.
It's out of 10. Yeah.
Can I spank?
Well, we had really-
Wait.
we had
Can
really
I
good
take my
beers.
belt off and like literally spank you right now? You're trying to tell me the greatest beer ever created is
5
a
is
4
like
out of
average.
10?
5 is like good.
Yeah. We
5 is good. 6 is better.
not a lot of beers got more than like 5 or 6 on their tasting.
We were pretty strict.
And like you said, we're pansies who like.
But anyways,
IPAs.
out
So-
of the light beer, out of the kind of lager light beer category, Coors did win with a 5.8 total.
yeah, we and that's 5.8 total.
So you're
I remember
saying
was pretty good
5.8 out of 6, right?
Out of
out of 10.
10.
But I don't think a lot of beers
Dude,
got more than like a
did
6.
you guys actually graduate high school?
Yeah, we did actually. I believe so.
Really?
But I don't have my diploma to prove it to you.
I don't have my diploma.
It was
either,
so it ended
well,
up
cheers to that.
exactly. Cheers.
a throwback to this episode. It ended up being a tie between Bat Squatch by Rogue Brewing, which got a 7.8,
Mm-hmm. That was
and
pretty
then where's Barry Noir? Barry Noir got a 7.8.
good. I love Barry
Because
Noir.
we had a really
very
biased
good
rating
beer.
system because we rated it on how cool of a place it came from.
Yeah,
also.
we didn't just rate on the taste. We rated on how cool the can was, which we gave Coors a very good score. on the can.
Because we had the stubby.
And, yeah, we had the stubby
It's
bottle.
classic.
That's a classic bottle. Yeah. And even I actually gotta say, even the cans are pretty well designed.
Exactly.
They're like thinner than thinner and a little bit taller than a lot of
That's
different
because it's the greatest beer ever created.
You probably would hate it.
By the
But
time of this episode is over, both you two pansy IPA dudes are going to say that this is the greatest beer ever created.
I don't think we're gonna say any beer is the greatest beer ever created.
What I
don't
will
think we'll
say-
ever figure that out.
Well, if you drink enough of any certain beer, by the time you get to that like level, it doesn't matter what beer you drink, it's the greatest beer ever
Well, don't you
created.
drink beer to have a good flavor?
Exactly. This is the greatest flavor ever created.
You know, I actually will say
It is a good.
Okay, you go to the inn and buy a carton of eggs.
Yeah.
You take the eggs and go back to the stable and put them in the carton.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So you didn't buy a carton of eggs. You bought a bunch of eggs and then
Put them,
put them in a carton at the stable. The daughter of the blacksmith
What's the
walks
medieval
in and
ages?
sees you. Hey, what are you doing?
I throw an egg at her. It's all working out. Don't worry.
You throw an egg at her.
Yeah.
She catches it in her
Oh,
hands. Shit. You with distaste. You are wicked and evil little boy. You must be punished. She says and flings the egg at you.
Okay.
She caught it
And then threw it back at me.
at you.
I catch the egg. I catch it as well. And I throw it back at her. And let's just see what it does. Maybe we'll just keep passing it back and forth.
You catch the egg and throw it back at her. The girl takes the eggs and flings it back at you. It hits you right on the head. Oh, shit. You die instantly.
Okay, well,
You are found the next day in the pigsty.
I would say, okay, I die from egg to the head. I will say that's the end of my turn. That's a good ending. Well, it's a, albeit a disappointing ending, but I die from an egg to the head instantly. I would say it's your turn now.
Okay.
I think this one. Fucking.
We're just going for it. we got our alcohol.
No, I
We've got our
I have a
laptops.
cool idea. Okay.
Okay, all right,
My
ready?
idea for the episode.
Okay. Start with a joke.
Why did the chupacabra cross the road?
Why did the chupacabra cross the road?
I don't know.
You're supposed to follow up your jokes.
No. I just had the start, not the punchline.
Okay, we gotta finish this. So why did the chupacabra cross the road?
To suck a goat. Because that's what they do.
It's the Odd Podcast with Jackson and Colton. And sometimes Tristan
It's the Odd Drunk Podcast.
Welcome, everybody,
Welcome.
to the goat sucking, alcohol drinking, candy eating podcast.
It's less kinky than it sounds.
Because we have some candy today.
We have some candy. we got some
Because
because
this is the first episode of Spooktober, as we like to call it.
Okay.
Okay, so what's another one? Ronald Mcdonald. Oh my God.
ooh.
He's got like the creepy clown factor. He kind of seems like a pedophile.
Yeah.
I feel like he would be really freaking crazy in a fight.
He would be.
He'd be a wild card.
He's a wild card. It's really hard to say where he stands in this. On the surface,
Okay, Colton. Imagine you're walking in a dark alleyway, and then Ronald McDonald pops out. He pops out of the dumpster,
on the surface, he's just a man.
and it's behind the McDonald's.
Oh, there's the door.
Oh, sounds like we have a guest.
We're gonna finish this up in a
Yeah, we got to get this wrapped up.
on the surface,
Ronald McDonald is just a man.
Yeah.
I feel like I might be able to take him. But
he's a clown.
hey, Percy, do you think you could beat Ronald McDonald in a fight?
Which version of him?
Standard
Ronald
classic Ronald McDonald.
How old is he?
I don't know, like 35?
Yeah,
40?
he's 35. He can beat me in a fight. 30 can fight.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, he's a crazy clown.
yeah, he is a crazy clown, so I think he has an edge. I think he could barely beat us.
I think he would most likely kick
Most
our ass.
likely, we would stand a chance, maybe, but most likely,
So maybe a fair fight? Because he's still a person.
yeah. Let's put it as a
He's
fair
got
fight.
a lot of fear factor.
Let's throw ourselves a bone.
Yeah, let's
and
throw
put it
okay.
as a fair fight.
Also, I don't do Alan Rickman. I don't do voices really.
I thought you specialize in Alan Rickman.
When did I say that?
A long time ago, you're like, I specifically specialize in Alan Rickman impressions.
That's when the first thing I
That's
said.
the first thing you told me.
When I met you, I marched right up and you said, "Hi, I'm Colton, and I specifically specialize in Alan Rickman impersonations."
Yeah.
AA group.
Yeah.
Like Judge AA group.
And I hate.
There's a fine
that,
line.
that our society is like, you need to open doors for people.
Well,
because that's why that little voice in the back of my head says that.
but at the same time, if you hold it open when they're 10, 15 feet away,
Then you can have fun and you can play that little.
well,
game.
yeah, you can have fun, but then you also feel like an a-hole because you're
I feel like
subtly making them rush, right? Because they're like, oh, he's holding the door open for me, so I, better.
feel like when I'm unintentionally an asshole,
That's even worse.
that's even or it weighs on my conscience more than when
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
intentionally
definitely.
an ass. When I'm intentionally an ass,
You want that.
at least on minor levels. Of course, I don't take it too far. I try not to be an ass to people.
No.
But like intentionally holding the door open for them to make them feel like they have to rush, that's fun. But failing to open the door for them at all, just because I'm in a rush, just like makes me feel
But-
worse about it. And it bothers me that I feel bad about that shit.
But here's the thing. If you're the one opening the door, you have all the power.
That's true.
It's a lot harder to play
It is-
that game if you're the one behind them.
It is a power play.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can manipulate it where they end up being, the loser.
Yeah.
For holding. It's like, yeah, hold the door open for me. I'm not going to rush, though.
Every once
I'm going to take my time.
Every once in a while, I do find myself in a situation where I do the passive aggressive door holding game, and then someone else, they know the tricks, so they don't.
Every
rush.
once in a while.
So
Yeah.
they don't rush. They take their sweet ass time, and then it's like this weird stalemate where they pass by into the doorway, and you both glance at each other out of the corner of your eyes,
But-
like you both know.
you know when someone is new to your place, whether it's your job, school, if someone's a freshman, you know if someone's new to your job, if someone, anything. And if you have good enough intuition, you can really mess with those people because they're not going to, even if they know the game, they're not going to play the game
Yeah,
because they're new, they're nervous.
and to be totally honest, I totally take advantage of that shit, on campus and stuff. But when at the coffee shop on campus, when a freshman walks up, beginning of the semester, freshman, and they're always like they take a moment to because it's like the first day, so they're where the line is and stuff. And I know they were there first, but I take advantage of them hesitating, and I jump in line ahead of them.
yeah.
Because I'm an ass.
Yeah, like I think it's just twins or something like
Twins, yeah.
that. But yeah, they're brothers.
That
I haven't
is-
seen it actually.
That is a golden duo of actors, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
yeah.
What I wouldn't give to have another a sequel to that. Not because it's actually a good movie, but because
I
that would just be
I
awesome.
prefer his performance as the Penguin.
Mm.
Because he's
Yeah.
just constantly gargling like black tar and he's like being exceptionally grosser than
Have you ever watched the Graham Norton show?
Oh yeah, of course.
I've never actually sat down and watched the show, but I watch it on YouTube all the time, like clips.
For those who don't know, he's a British talk
Yeah.
show host guy.
It's, they have funny interviews on there. And Danny Vito was on there, and he said when he told a story of when he was filming The Penguin, that scene where the monkey comes and delivers the message for him.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently, the monkey took one look at at Danny DeVito in his costume with the goo from his mouth and everything, and launched at his balls. And
Straight at his balls.
And took a big bite, and luckily the costume was padded up enough.
Yeah, he took a chunk of the padding though. Yeah, and apparently, they shot the next take right after that. They just fixed his costume real quick.
Yeah. Apparently, Danny Vito insisted on a metal plating down there. Or something. He was like, "Get something down there."
Monkey. Okay. Fun fact: monkeys and chimps
are terrifying.
Well, yeah, but they will go straight for your balls.
Yeah.
Generally,
they will also go for your face too.
The two critical points of a human
Yeah.
being: your balls and your face.
Yeah.
If you're a man, at least, yeah, or whatever. I don't want to get into that. But yeah, it's good to be back. I've missed it. So, television ad.
Okay.
Is your lawn chair making a mess of your Kevin Feige's office? Try. Oh God. Try Flooferdinger Slitch Knob. It will drink your whole didgeridoo and spank to unbelievable levels. Watch as we demonstrate the colorful capabilities of this depressing product. Everyone should have at least 27 of these. To order, call the number on your screen. Sharp phone attendants will gently take your request. Dead and alive service will be yours. Call within the next 6,754 milliseconds and you will receive... I'm dying. And you will receive a sexy, gross, expensive 10th century Anglo-Saxon dagger as a bonus. Absolutely free for an additional value of $3.14 plus shipping and handling of a cost of negative $89. Act now. That was pretty good.
Because 6,745 or 54 milliseconds is about 6.5 seconds.
Yeah. It doesn't give you much time.
Yeah.
But I love that you will receive a sexy, gross, expensive 10th century Anglo-Saxon dagger.
I would definitely buy that.
I don't know what
product.
makes it sexy or gross.
If there was a commercial that says if you order now you get a 10th century Anglo-Saxon dagger, I would definitely order it.
Oh, definitely.
Just to get the 10th century
Immediately. I don't care
Anglo-Saxon
what the
dagger.
actual product is.
Yeah, I'd receive the product and throw it away or give it to someone.
Get the dagger.
Get the dagger.
And it's actually 10th century? Definitely.
That was what I was implying by... I do remember there's that...
Secretly give gifts to people and stuff.
Yeah, but it was like meth or something.
It was probably just
Under
like
the
bread.
Under the table. It'd be like a poor person. Please, sir. I'm so hungry. Under the table here. It's like just crack.
Plot twist. I am the real Santa Claus. I time traveled and got crack.
Oh, I'm really glad I recorded that.
But welcome back, everybody. It feels like it's been a super long time.
Yeah, it really does, actually. I don't know why.
We're almost there, people. We're almost there. And I'm not talking about the end of the year or a particular film. And I'm not even talking about our personal struggles of completing our finals.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Christmas, my friends.
Christmas.
And
Christ's Mass.
are just the holiday season.
The massive-
Shut up. Don't at me.
Christmas Mass. We are transitioning into a family-friendly Christian podcast.
Yes.
Starting now.
Okay.
What are you drinking tonight?
Drinking the blood. The blood of Christ. But we are here
The Romans legitimately thought Christians were cannibals.
Wait, did I say welcome back to the Dog Drunk Podcast? Did I say that?
I think you said welcome back.
I don't know. Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're new, go away. No, just kidding.
No, don't go
No,
away.
stay. Don't go away.
He's joking, I swear.
But we are here to talk about a particular man, if you will. He dresses in red. His name starts with an S. He's very popular and relevant right now at this time.
Satan.
He is. Some people
Santana?
Some people would consider.
No, he's not relevant right now.
Some people would consider him to be a hero. Some people don't believe in him. Some people do. He has
Spider-Man.
Exactly. No, not that guy.
I'm just naming all the people with names that start with S that dress in red.
Well, I was gonna reference Spider-Man without saying his name.
Oh.
But now you just ruined it. Yes, we know Spider-Man No Way Home is basically out. We will be releasing our review, I promise,
Yes.
this Monday.
PBRs are actually not as bad as I thought.
Shit like
Right,
that.
yeah.
So I get it. I also get people who mishear me and they will spell it Holton.
Who is named Holton?
So
You know what?
I was friends with a guy in high school named Holton.
Of course you were, because you live in California.
Yeah.
Okay? The home of weird
Well, he is
names.
actually the brother of one of the friends I went to high school with, and then I became friends with him outside of school. But yeah,
Either way, you lived in California,
Holton.
where weird names are born.
I've had it spelled with a K, Kolton.
The Mortal Kombat way.
Yes, the Mortal Kombat way.
Like spelling Caleb
I've
with a
met
K.
people named Colton who spell it that way.
That's so.
I tell them they're wrong.
That's just their parents trying to be slightly different.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm
sorry.
It's
Hey,
gotten to the point where sometimes I tell people at Starbucks my name is just Cole because they're less likely to fuck that up.
if there's anyone named.
And then even when I say Cole,
what was the one? Holton?
Holton.
If there's anyone named Holton, or Colton with a K, or Jackson with an X, we don't hate you. In fact,
But you're spelling your names wrong.
in general, I remember I started with the original 1968 run of Silver Surfer, his debut as his own solo run. Because he was in the Coming of Galactus and Fantastic Four before that.
Yeah.
But in that run, it's just him exploring the cosmos and contemplating existence.
when they started exploring him by himself as a character.
But then Galactus strips his power and then he's banished on Earth.
yeah.
And Silver Surfer being confined to just Earth, that's like being locked in your bathroom. That's all you have.
It's like being locked in your toilet, actually.
Just sitting on your toilet. That's
You're locked in your
That's what it
bathroom,
is.
and someone super glued you to the toilet seat.
well, because I remember we
Like-
looked it up, and this comic doesn't like explicitly state it, but it's pretty obvious. But we looked up Silver Surfer's traveling speed.
Oh, yeah.
He can go 500,000 light years a second.
That's insane. Yeah.
So, I mean, confining him to Earth, that's
Yeah.
nothing. When he can travel across galaxies,
Finding him
and
to Earth,
instances.
it's like if you lived in a mansion and you got super glued to the toilet seat, and you also accidentally like had some splashback on the toilet. That's what it's like.
But he, in the original run, when he's exploring Earth and sad because he can't explore the galaxy in the universe, he does see like the injustice and stuff done.
Yeah.
And he falls in love with, I forget her name, this blind lady.
I would love to see Silver
but-
Surfer in the MCU, and I am in the camp.
Oh,
of-
he's coming.
I am absolutely behind the idea of having Keanu Reeves play him.
Oh, that'd be great. Honestly,
It'd be amazing.
a Silver Surfer movie, they should just make it like a weird psychedelic exploration of like the human psyche. Like, it
But
should
also Point Break.
and also Point Break, and also
because
fight.
he's a surfer.
And he's also got to fight a big guy.
I like the idea of the Silver Surfer being a surfer.
Yeah, but he's a really sad surfer a lot of the time. It's not one I specifically screenshotted on purpose, but it just happened to be part of the screenshot. So this is a review for The Dark Knight, a very eloquent review from
Very eloquent.
Epic. If they use a username, we're going to say it because they posted it online.
Yeah.
If it's the real name, we won't say it.
Yeah.
I don't think, at least. But anyways, this is from Epic Reviewer 69. Already a great name.
Yeah, trustworthy.
Trustworthy.
He's one of my favorite.
I trust him more than
reviewers.
Roger Ebert, you know.
Yeah.
Or Ebert?
I don't know.
Something like that. He's a pretentious. No, anyways. So, yeah, here's a review for The Dark Knight. A half star from
Ooh.
Epic Reviewer 69. Woo, baby. Okay, here we go. You have to fuck the fucking fuckers before they fucking fuck you. That's
Good start.
That's more than we cuss, like, on average an episode. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 F-bombs in one sentence.
Yeah, I've never said
And-
that many F words in my whole life.
Not in one sentence, unless I was playing COD and I got mad at a 9-year-old. But
Yeah. Well, yeah.
let's try to dissect this review for a second.
Yeah.
Let's start with the first.
I've never said that many F-bombs, but there was that time today where I spilled a tiny bit of coffee on myself.
But so let's start with the first premise. Let's dissect this like a philosophy argument because I've been taking philosophy classes.
Good.
But okay, the first premise: you have to fuck the fucking fuckers. That's the first premise.
Okay.
And then, in conjunction with that premise, before they fucking fuck you. Now, he left the conclusion out. I guess that in itself is the conclusion. But my problem is, I'm not really sure what that refers to The Dark Knight.
What type of argument is this that they're making? Like,
The argument is that you have to fuck the fucking fuckers before they fucking fuck you.
well, you have to fuck the fucking fuckers. That's the premise one.
Premise one. Yeah.
Before they fucking fuck you?
No, okay, and
Premise
guys,
two?
I'm sorry. It's not our fault, but this is going to be an explicit episode because
Um,
people on the internet are, you know...
Oh, no.
London.
Well, actually, no, Jackson, that sounds like one premise to me. That's not
It
a
is
whole
one
argument.
premise.
The argument would probably go, you
You
have...
have...
Uh,
Well, at least it's not copyrighted.
Ivy's trying to call me.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Probably
shit.
to argue.
Argue
with me
about that one thing I jumped in on.
Yeah,
About,
we were having a stupid argument earlier.
yeah.
She probably got my dad to agree with her and is trying
Trying to tell you that.
to rub that in my face.
Yeah.
So no,
but
it
you
would probably be you have to fuck the fucking fuckers before they fuck you.
That's the premise.
You fuck the fucking fuckers. Therefore,
They can't.
no.
Or
You have to fuck the fucking fuckers before they fuck you. They fucked you would be premise number 2. Conclusion would be therefore you fuck the fucking fuckers first.
yeah. And how does that
Right?
relate to The Dark Knight?
I don't know. I
lost.
forgot this was about the Dark Knight.
Yeah, it's about The
For a
Dark
moment
Knight.
there. Yeah.
This is a Dark Knight review.
This is explicit. This episode.
No, yeah,
guys.
definitely. It's not my fault. It's Epic Reviewer 69's fault.
Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, and also leave us a review on Yelp. I don't know. We don't have a Yelp page. Someone should make a Yelp page for the Odd Drunk Podcast and leave us a review on it. And it should say that we have excellent customer service. Okay.
Welcome back to a hot and fresh episode of the Odd Drunk Podcast, everybody. Like a
Hot
steaming,
and fresh. I don't think we're allowed to say that.
like
I
a
think
steaming
that's
pile,
copyrighted.
steaming pile of rice. Is rice copyrighted?
Probably
Yeah.
nowadays. I mean,
Disney probably bought it. We're making a new Disney Plus original series, Rice. It's the story of one lone grain of rice and his rise to redemption.
there's a very good show on Netflix about tacos.
Yeah, there's a lot of food shows and stuff on there.
Yeah, I almost went there because it's near my parents' house. There's on that show they highlight a restaurant in California that it makes bean burritos, and they have a Michelin star.
Oh wow,
Yeah, they're a little hole in the wall Mexican restaurant that has a Michelin star.
that sounds good. Honestly, that sounds really good.
Apparently, the trick is lots of lard.
Lots of lard. Yeah.
Anyway,
You know how people say they put a lot of love into their food? It's just lots of lard.
lots of lard. But lard is,
But really, love is lard. Yeah, I mean, everyone in this movie, aside from the Frenchman and the Predator, are native.
yeah.
Or
It'd be weird if the Frenchmen were also played by native actors.
are also played by predators.
We should have a movie
French
that takes.
French Predator.
Let's have a movie where it takes place on the Predator
Predator.
home world, and
And they're
Frenchman
French?
showed up.
And they just get slaughtered.
Yeah, just a Frenchman.
That implies they have space age technology. Or no, they just
No,
they're
no,
there.
he's not there on purpose.
Okay. Some shenanigans.
Some wormhole shenanigans.
Or
ensue.
maybe a predator.
And
One accidentally got on a ship or something and he
Yeah.
went back.
And then plot twist, it's not a horror movie, it's a cooking movie a la Ratatouille.
Oh, and I just want
and
to.
he teaches them to cook with proper French cuisine.
So Ratatouille with Predator.
Yes.
That's
where the
that's the crossover
where
I
the
want to see.
rat where the rat in Ratatouille is the Frenchman and all the cooks, the humans in Ratatouille.
Oh, and he's on the Yachtja's head.
yeah, pulling the dreadlocks.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
The dreadlocks. And I heard somewhere in the lore that that's actually like a sensory organ, maybe.
Ah,
or
well, that
something.
would make sense.
And
Why
then
he'd be
that's
able
why
to-
it would work.
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
makes more sense than Ratatouille.
It makes a lot more sense.
So
We've made a more realistic movie than Ratatouille.
I would pay big money to see that movie. And the Predator doesn't kill anybody.
No, it's not a horror movie. It's not an
Maybe he
action
actually
movie.
cuts himself, and you see the green blood because you always got to see the neon green blood.
Yeah, of course.
you know, so.
You'd have all those tropes in there.
The tropes.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
He pulls the spine out of a chicken, but to cook it.
But to cook it,
To
maybe he gets called an ugly motherfucker, but it's by an upset customer.
Yeah, which is also another Yachtja.
Yeah,
Or is it Yachtja?
I don't know.
That's the Predator race. Here's number 3. When some little tweens or teenagers come in, or hell, even like college freshmen, when they come in and think they can make an ass out of themselves, and boy, oh boy, I let the kids go, and if they have their parents with them, I usually don't say anything because I don't want to get in a fight with parents. But if some teenage jack-off comes in and thinks they can do whatever they want and throw balls around, play with toy swords or whatever. I work in the toys thing. That's all I'm gonna say. But and this also happens, like, you know, in other departments. But when they think they can come in, give me attitude and all this, I'm like, oh no, man. Like, stop. Get out of here. Like, I do not play with them.
I honestly, this is gonna sound bad.
And also, wait, one more thing.
Okay.
This is really going to sound bad for me. When some, like, preteen, like, Fortnite kid or TikTok kid comes in and they act like they're tough, right? I would absolutely destroy you if you did anything to me. And not saying I would do that. I would probably just, you know, okay, let's just say if like a preteen or like young teenager was trying to fight me or something, especially at work, I wouldn't do anything. I would probably just be like, you know, fuck off.
Yeah, you know better than to.
But
like,
in any other situation, I would absolutely wreck you.
you're like, not
and-
only are you a fully grown adult,
And I'm not saying I'm good at fighting or like I
No.
like fighting or, you know, any of that. But, you know, it's funny because me and my girlfriend, because it's spooky season basically, we watched the Rob Zombie Halloween. And they show a lot of his backstory, and that movie's not good. Okay, it's got good kills in it. I like Tyler Mane as Michael. He's big, but I also don't like him for that reason because Michael's supposed to be more inconspicuous, even though he's got the mask. But you know what I mean. Well, either way, there's a lot of, in the beginning of that movie, he legitimately kills another kid that's way old, like twice his age. He's like 8 or 9. This kid is like 14.
Yeah.
So not exactly twice, but much older. If a 9-year-old tried to kill me with a baseball bat when I was 14, I would have wrecked his shit. Okay? I do not care how, if he's a sociopath or whatever. Like, when I was watching that movie, I was like, I would absolutely wreck Michael Myers if he was a 9-year-old little punk trying to mess with my shit.
Like, if you join,
Yes.
post on the page even.
The Odd Drunk Pod Squad.
Odd Drunk Pod Squad.
Slowly but surely.
And follow our Instagram where we post all the cool pictures. Link tree in the description.
Yeah, for all of our platforms.
All of them. And we're on a lot of them.
Yeah, we are. It's nice.
Talking to some other people who have podcasts, like, we're on more platforms than some podcasts are.
Thanks to Podbeam. We don't talk about them much.
Yeah,
But they make it really easy to get on all that stuff. But anyways.
Yeah, if you want to start your own podcast, go to Podbeam and check them out.
But don't, because then you'll be competition with us. But I ask for it.
Then we will destroy
We will destroy you.
You'll get you next time.
Miscellaneous podcasters, and there's plenty of them.
If you want to become our podcast rivals, go on Podbean, make an account, and let us know that we are now your rivals, and we will become your rivals. But
Yeah, and we will Willem Dafoe all over you.
Is that euphemism? I'm not comfortable
Just watch
with
The
that.
Lighthouse if you want to know what Willem Dafoe does in his bedroom.
PBRs are actually not as bad as I thought.
Hey, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the big compilation, the greatest hits and misses of the Odd Drunk podcast. Colton's laughing so hard, he can't take it anymore. We are not recording this in any particular time or manner, but we will see you the first week of September for something very special, I hope, for episode 101, a new era.
101.
I just hope
Wow.
the compilation we put together was worthwhile. You had fun, you had a laugh, you had a goof, you had a gaff.
Yeah, and let's say it for the 100th time. Well, we haven't said it every episode, but let's just assume
For
we
the
have.
100th time,
Let's roll that outro.
let's roll that outro. Let's get it out of there. And it's not Rush.
No, copyright. Abort.
That's just my alarm.
This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The Odd Drunk Podcast recommends you follow their Instagram and join their Facebook group for more fun content. To visit all of our current streaming and social media platforms, visit the link tree in the description. If you enjoy the show, we would be appreciated it if you would leave a review on Apple Podcasts. The Odd Drunk Podcast would like to remind you to drink responsibly and not to drink and drive. Okay, Colton, you can roll the outro now.
PBRs are actually not as bad as I thought.